Hey, it's time to dish with D. That's me. It is time for the My WW weekly topic du jour and my weigh-in. Let's start off with the fact that I went to a meeting today. Raise your glass, people. I did. I got to a meeting finally. We're trying to get there. I did go a couple weeks ago just to, introduce myself. I couldn't stay. Last week, my account was effed up, for lack of a better word, and it's all good now. I got 50 wins today, and we didn't get that in our little franchise. So I was up a pound, and I did say it can go either way. Not that I gained a pound, I'm just up a pound. Let's put it that way. It's no rhyme or reason. I've said this all week. If I had to do my week over again, I would make the same choices that I made. So I had a great week. Honestly, I did. I ate out a lot. I did. Is that the reason I gained? No, it's just what I weigh on the scale right now. I can get on the scale tomorrow and be totally different. That's what somebody said to me. If I eat 3 slices of pizza, will I weigh more tomorrow? I said, honestly, you might weigh more tomorrow, but you might weigh less on the next day. So you just never know with weight. I always say, if I'm doing what I need to do, that's all I worry about now. And I've had the best week I could possibly have. So I got no complaints here. I'm good. Like I said, the scale's not always your friend. And again, I don't go by the scale anymore. And I'd like to shout out my girls. I walked into my meeting. I'm going to put this out there. And there was a girl from where I used to go, my franchise. She always had her name is Joni. She was maybe calling her name out. And she always had a flower in her hair. She's just bubbly and, very, very vivacious. I've always loved being in a meeting with her because she always made the meetings interesting. So I look into I don't know anybody. I looked in there and what did I see? I saw hair with a flower and I knew it was her. And I'm like, I feel at home. So there was a couple girls from my old meeting. Lori was there. Come on, girls. I'm in the right spot. So I was really happy. My only sad thing is I love this leader. Her name is Kathleen, I think. But I go back to work in a month. So I won't be able to go to Friday mornings. So I don't want to go. I don't like night meetings because I'm just too tired. But I'm going to go for the rest of the month and enjoy what I can. And maybe, I know she has an earlier one on a Friday. I might be able to make the earlier one. I think she's going to have an 8 o'clock. I can hit the 8 o'clock and still get to work by 9. So we'll see what we're going to do. So I set up a pound and we'll do the recipe du jour. I got cards again. I know the little things that excite me. Recipe cards. It is tomato, watermelon, gazpacho with basil and jalapeno. I don't like gazpacho. What a way to ruin a vegetable by putting it in a soup. So I'm honestly, it's 1 point in all plans for 1 cup. Yeah, it doesn't even look appealing to me. And I'm not paying a point for watermelon and gazpacho. Yeah. Oh, the tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil between all that. Yeah, I'm not doing it. No, not a gazpacho fan. All right, so I have a lot to add to this week because of having a meeting and getting her view. I really, really like Kathleen. If you ever watch me, I like you. I like her style. It's nice to go to a different coach once in a while, get a different perspective. And she's younger, so she has different stories. And she was very energetic. And they gave out samples. I know, samples. They're trying to sell their protein coffee. Again, not something I would want, but we never got samples in the other place. So, what's the topic? Shift critical thoughts with a reality check. My girl, Kristen Fisher. Now, they're into mindset lately, and I say this all the time. This journey is up here. Mindset is key, so they're finally getting that. You're not eating because you're eating because you want it. So how do we differentiate that? That's what I've learned in the last 2 years. So let's see what they're going to say. Is that critical voice in your head messing with your confidence? Give it a reality check. At scented packing. If you think you can't, you won't. If you get, we were talking, if you sit there and mess up on a meal, just say you have something you didn't plan on and it was high in point. I screwed the day up, what's the difference? Or I screwed the week up, what's the difference? That's the critical thinking they want you to get rid of. Just because you had one stumble doesn't mean the whole week's ruined. Hey, I've had many weeks where I've eaten something I shouldn't have and it never affected my journey. You have to, you gotta expect yourself to mess up occasionally, and it's perfectly normal. Nobody's perfect. If you're sitting there looking for perfection, keep on looking. You're not going to find it. And that's the problem with a lot of people. If they're not perfect, they think they're failing. And you're not. I'm so imperfect, it's crazy. So I was feeling sad, turned to chips, and ate way too many of them. Now, I don't eat because I'm sad. I eat because I'm happy most of the time. When I'm sad, I tend not to eat. I don't know. It says I eat because I enjoy the taste of food. So I don't know how I can not relate to stress eating too much. An unhelpful thought. Wow, I always mess up. I can't stick to anything. Do a reality check. Do I literally always mess up? Did I really mess up this time? Have I really never stuck to anything? Like, that's what I say. Like, when I sit there and I say, oh my God, really, like I had a binge on rice cakes a few months back, and I sat there and I went, it's rice cakes. Put that into perspective, Denise. She ate a bag of freaking rice cakes. Could have been a bag of Doritos. So yeah, that was a total win. So I had to sit there and sometimes put things into perspective. But we just automatically go to the negative, like that movie. Now again, I think I quote this all the time. It's easier to believe the negative. It just is. We don't ever give ourselves enough positive. We give everybody else positive. We don't give ourselves positive. I've been very positive with myself this whole journey. I think that's what's made the difference. Baby steps, live it, lose it like you want to live it, because yeah, it may have taken me 2.5 years to get here, but I'm here. And I got here on my terms and my way. I didn't suffer. I didn't give up anything. I eat real pasta. I eat 3 meals a day and snacks. I eat really good stuff. And I'm not starving myself. I'm not meal skipping. I'm not exercising to burn off more calories because I ate too much. I am living the life that I'm going to continue to live for the rest of my life. And that's the mindset that you have to get to. Shift to a helpful thought. I wish I hadn't eaten those chips, but I didn't actually mess up everything. I've stuck with my weight loss goals before, and I could do it again. Time to get up with a plan and get back on track. Look for the silver lining. There is one, I promise you. It might not be as big as you want it to be, but it's there. You have to be positive with yourself. Like, think about, would you tell a person you're sitting next to at Weight Watchers about that? No, you would people say to me, oh, you're so positive. I'm positive because that's the way I have to be, because if I'm anything else, it'll mess with my head. This journey will get to you up here. I know people that get from getting overeating to undereating. So, you can get obsessed. I've talked about this before, with the journey, with the food. Remember, food is not your enemy. It's not. Let's dive a little deeper. I hope this wind isn't too loud on the video. Catching yourself in action thinking is unhelpful thought. It can do a serious number on your confidence and my favorite word, efficacy. Give a reality check by asking yourself these questions. Is my thought a fact, or is it based on something I think is true? Would I say this to a friend who was in the same boat? Didn't I just say that? Did I not write these topics? No, I've heard them way too much. But yeah, you would never tell somebody, your friend, that your Weight Watcher buddy or your buddy or anybody on my Facebook group. If somebody posted that, they would never give them a negative thought. They would sit there and find the positive. It's, like I said, it's easier to tell it than to believe it. You have to believe it. And that's mindset. And when you're in a good mindset, good things happen. Are they going to happen as fast as we want them? No. See, that's the thing. I try to run home. Don't be looking for those victories on the scale every week. You're not going to get it. I didn't get it today. Is that messing with me? No freaking way. Because I know that I made the best choices I could all week. And if I had this week to live over again, I would eat exactly the same thing. Knowing what I know now, I would still eat the same thing. It's life, and you have to live. You just have to. After you challenge an unhelpful thought, replace it with a more compassionate one. Have some self-compassion. It's a hard one for us. It's a hard one. Want the confidence to make healthier choices, stay on track, cope with setbacks, keep those supportive thoughts on repeat. Know that sometimes we stumble, sometimes we binge, sometimes we eat things we didn't plan. You know, you can't bust yourself on that, because guess what? It's going to happen again. I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you a little secret. It's going to happen again. And it's okay, because that is life. And in life, nothing goes as smoothly as we would like it. There's always bumps in the road. All right, the building confidence. Want more momentum on your journey? Get on your confidence on. It's all about confidence. And people will say, well, I can build confidence if the scale would cooperate. I agree. I agree the scale messes with us all the time, but that's why I don't really want to get weighed every week. But now that I'm going to meetings, I'm going to have to. But that's why I was stopping, because that number's not going to tell me my week was bad. That number today is not telling me my week was bad. I know my week was perfect. Well, not perfect. It was great. It was great. It's never perfect. It was good. It was good and even great, because like I said, I ate out on Saturday. I ate out twice on Tuesday. I ate out on Wednesday. I might have missed a day. It was a lot. It was a lot of eating. But I made the best choices that I could when I was out. Like I said, if I do it over again, I'd make those same choices. And yeah, I shared appetizer with my family when we're out. And yeah, I had a few bites of my husband's dessert. You know, why not? Because in life, everybody needs a bite of dessert. I didn't have a whole one. That's the silver lining in that. I could have had my own, but I chose to have a couple bites of his. That is a win, huge in my book, because I'm a dessert girl. Yeah, I'd rather have a dessert than an appetizer. I would. It's all about the cake. So yeah, it was a lava cake. So you know where I'm going with that one. So you know I have a couple forkfuls. But 2 forkfuls versus a whole piece, hola, that's amazing. And I was, even he goes, you're all sorry you're going to have them. I'm like, yeah, he goes, he's impressed. So yeah, so I know that I made the best choices. I know my week was good. So I have nothing to feel ashamed about on that scale. When she told me, I didn't even flinch. I'm like, don't matter. It doesn't matter what that scale says. I know the week that I had, and that's all that matters. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed this weeding topic du jour. And it is on your WW app and on your computer when you go on the WW website. If you didn't know that, they always have the weekly topic, and the recipe du jour is always on there. Yeah, not making that. Anybody want that card? I'll mail it to you, I think. But thank you for joining me. If you do enjoy these videos, please give them a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed, why not? This is what you want to see, you know, the topic du jour by Dish with D. That's me. So subscribe and hit that bell. It'll let you know when I upload. And if you know anybody that needs a little more inspiration, needs a little kick in the butt, send them over to Dish with D. Share this video. There's a share button. And remember, if you haven't joined my Facebook group, it's Dish with D 24/7. We're hitting almost 3,000 followers on there. I have a giveaway there too. If you didn't notice, yesterday I will. It'll be linked, I think, if I can remember to link it somewhere. My video from yesterday. I'm having a giveaway here on the channel for hitting 9,000 subscribers. I'm on my way to 10,000 right now. I'm almost a quarter of the way there. So go check out that video and look what the giveaway is, and do what I tell you to do to be entered. You have to be subscribed. I'll tell you that right now. You have to be subscribed. So go enter that giveaway, because there's some really cool stuff there. So thank you for watching. We will dish with this stuff next week, but we'll be coming at you this weekend with, I don't know what I have planned, but it's going to be a recipe. I haven't done a recipe for a while. We're going to do some food. Some desserts, I think. Because I'm feeling dessert, and if I'm feeling dessert, I know you're feeling dessert. So thanks for watching. We will dish another day, folks. Bye-bye.